Are you looking for the perfect tackle box to solve all your storage problems for your fishing kit? Well, stick around because this video may have the tackle box that you're looking for. Back in 2021, 4 years ago when I first started my YouTube channel, which was under a different name at the time, I did a video on the Korda Tackle Box bundle set that they did, which is this guy. Since then, it's amassed 22,000 views. Now, if you watch like other channels on YouTube, like these gaming channels and stuff like that, it's not big views, but for fishing stuff, that's a decent amount. When I did that video, I said towards the end of it, I believe, that I was going to do a follow-up on that video to let you know if further down the line, if I still would have bought it. Well, here we are, it's 4 years later, and I do apologise that it's taken so long, but that is life. But what you are getting is now a 4-year decision as to whether I would buy it again. And this video will explain all. Although we're 4 years further down the line, these tackle boxes are still what I would call on the expensive side. So if you're a kid, or you're buying for your kids, or you know, you're in that first job routine, it's probably a bit on the expensive side for you. Unless you save, obviously. If you're happy to save for over a period of time, great, but these aren't cheap yet. This isn't a cheap bit of kit. But something Korda did bring out that is ideal. They did bring out the basics range version of this tackle box, which I will show up on the screen now, and you will see basically, dependent on where you get it from, I'm not endorsed by Total Tackle or anything, I'm literally just showing it on here because that was who I looked at on my phone. You can get it for about 19 quid. Now, back when I was a kid, if I'd have had a tackle box that good, I would have absolutely loved it. When I used to fish, I had the old classic one with like the clasp at the front, you pick it up and it kind of went up. I'd like to show them on the screen if I can find one, but yeah, it's much more compact than that. The basics one is much smaller than this, okay? So you can get a bit of an idea for size of that. Obviously look on the websites and that if you want exact measurements, etc., or my previous video on it, because I think I gave it in there. I certainly gave a lot more detail about the initial bits of it on that first video. It's a lot smaller, the basics one, yeah, but you're not going to fit that much kit in it. So it's, you know, if you're looking for just one tackle box that's like the one ring to rule them all, one ring to find them, it's not going to be the one that's going to do it. What I would say about this tackle box is this: I bought this 4 years ago, and not once, and I truthfully mean this, not once have I ever had a thought that I need to replace this, that I want another tackle box. There's only one minor thing that they could do with this that would make me more satisfied with it, that I'll go into shortly. It just does the job. Like when I first bought this, I thought that the magnets or whatever would wear out because it shuts via the magnet share, so you just give it a little push. But you can see how strong they are still. Yeah, it works like an absolute dream. When I bought it, I got the bundle set version. Okay, so when you buy that, you get some extra bits that go inside it. Now, obviously, if you've only got the money to buy the tackle box bit, then you could save up and get the other bits over time. But I'd suggest, obviously, save a little bit more, save yourself some money, do it all in a one. Because what you get when you buy it as the bundle set, you get the large leader storage, which is this. That's where you put your leaders in. That fits nicely in a little compartment there. Just tuck that in there like that. You also get a 16 and an 8 storage containers. So you get one like this. So I put these labels on there. But basically inside that, yeah, lots of little different bits in there. It all got their own little compartments, and they open up by little tabs just on the side. You literally just, oh, it's a bit stiff, that one. There you go, just pop it up. That, I don't use that one that often. Push it down, clip, and again, they're magnetised. Yeah, they're not going to fall apart and come apart and all that. I've dropped these in all kinds of places. This other one, slightly different. It's like that, but has a little tray in it. So you can pull the little tray out. There, like that, so you've got some longer ones in there. So slight differences, but it helps because you have more ways of being able to use it. And that certainly makes it more worthwhile. I do have the Korda safe for your hooks, so the hook safe, but I don't have that in here because I keep it separate. I bought it at a later date. Something that I should mention is these little boxes that you also get with the bundle that I didn't mention. I really like these because these fit in the top section perfectly, right? Just in here like this, so they don't get fallen over. So they go in like this, but they got these little tabs, so you can write what they are, etc. on there. It makes it really easy to get them out. And then literally to open them, you literally just give it a little push like that, and voila. Yeah. They do sell a large version of this tackle box. Now at the time when I got it, I don't think they did, but they do now. The large one is considerably more money. It's at the £100 mark, which I would say is a lot of money, a real lot of money for a tackle box. But in saying that, I've never felt the need to have it. If you have lots of equipment, you want to keep it all in one place, it will probably suit you for that kind of, if that's really what you want. I'll put it up on the screen so you can see kind of how that one looks. But what I would say is, so I use this tackle box with the Thinking Angler's Camflet rucksack. Now the pocket on the front of that bag, like this, it's made for this, yeah. This fits absolutely perfectly in there by like, you know, by a centimetre. It's like the perfect fitting. But if you get the bigger one, it ain't gonna fit, and then you have to take up the room inside, and obviously it depends on what kit you're using with what, but that's going to cause you problems. Okay, so that's just something to think about. Obviously the basics one would fit in there because it's smaller. As I said in that video, I do use the little pouch on the top as well. So admittedly, since I got that bag, I don't use this as much, yeah, but this is still my main bits of kit are kept in here. I'm not sure if I've shown you a good enough clip to be able to see what I've got in there, but have a bit of a look there. You can see how much stuff. I mean, that's absolutely loads I've got in there. There's tons of packs of hooks and stuff like that. Absolutely loads in there. I'll give you an idea actually, just if I hook them out, just so you can see how wide it is. There you go, look. Look at that. That's how many I've got in that little. Absolutely loads. So you can store a lot in them. My one gripe about this tackle box, and I'm fairly certain I raised this at the time, right, is the bit that's for your rigs, because it's naff, if I'm honest. It could be better if it would have had the pin board like the Korda rig safe. I actually have a rig safe separately, so hopefully you can see there. So this bit here, so you obviously you can fit some on there, but it works via this magnet, right? So obviously I've never really used it, because if you have more than one on there, as soon as you take the magnet off, they're all falling, then you have to try and get them all back up, get them all back in place to get your magnet back on. Like, why would you want to do that? Like, it just doesn't work. Now I know for definite the large version has it with the pins, okay, so that one works in that sense. So I've just checked online, so if you buy this one, so this is the Korda Tackle Box bundle, so not the large version, it's just the Korda Tackle Box bundle. They haven't changed that rig board bit that I was just saying about on there. It is still the magnet bit like this, which is a bit naff. If you've only got a couple in there, great, but that is just my one kind of criticism of what could make it even better. It's a cracking product. Obviously, like the hinges on here as well, like never had a problem with them. Never had a problem with them either. And I've dropped this, bashed it, tripped over it about 90 times. Obviously, by the way, the bits on the front, yours won't have these. That's just my, obviously, channel stickers on there. Yeah, and that's the sticker on there as well. But it's an absolutely cracking bit of kit. Would I buy it again? Absolutely yes, 100%. Up until when I reviewed the bag recently, the Thinking Angler's bag, I would have still put this as my #1 bit of kit I've bought. I'd probably put it at #2 now, just because that little gripe with the rig board, but other than that, it's absolutely amazing. Would I prefer the larger one? For the rig board, yes, but for size, no. It would be too big. I don't necessarily need an even bigger one, and albeit I do keep other little bits of kit in other places, so it really does depend what you're after. Now, retailing these bad boys at the moment, so the bundle box, as you'll see on the screen, so when I've looked at this on Total Fishing Tackle, again, I'm not being paid by them or anything like that, that's just where I looked, on offer £49 down from normally £65. So obviously do look around, shop around to see where you can get that if you want it. because you can save some money there. And obviously 65 if you're paying the full price. That jump to 100 for the bigger one is quite a lot, but compare them both. Look on websites, decide which one you decide on which one you want, and then get it. Cracking bit of kit. Obviously, something to consider here is this. This is just my opinion on these Korda tackle boxes. There's lots of other companies selling lots of really good, decent tackle boxes. We're not in the early 2000s or the 1990s anymore. Like, tackle boxes are really good, and these are compact as anything compared to the old ones. And if you're trying to get your kit down a bit so that you can be a bit mobile and stealthy on the bank, these are absolutely ideal. It will do a good job, really rugged, absolutely recommend it for you, and I hope it does you justice. If you have any questions about it, anything I haven't answered, please just put a comment in the comment section below, and I will get back to you and answer it as best I can. Obviously, I'm not paid to do this, I just do this all in my own time. I'm definitely not like a pro or an expert or anything like that. I've been fishing since I was 7 years old. I'm now 39, so I do know a bit about kit though, whether it's any good or not, in my opinion. So it is just my opinion. But yeah, hit me up in the comments if you want to know anything from there. Obviously, do just bear in mind though, this is like the second video on this tackle box. So this is like the follow-up, yeah, 4 years later. If you want to watch the original video, which I will put up here, check that out, because I go into a bit more kind of first-hand detail, first impressions and stuff, and the equipment is the same. Yeah, so the actual tackle box is the same. So if neither of them videos answer your questions, please hit me up and I'll answer them for you. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I wish you a happy trip on your next fishing trip and you catch a PB. Tight lines.